messages from Spirit. So this is what, day 4, day 5, something like that, of no nicotine and reduced caffeine consumption. I think it's day 4. But either way, we're just trying to keep our head above water right now. You know, that's where we're at. So here we go. But I have been I've been noticing a lot of Chester Bennington things going through my feed, and audios, and just like genuine moments he's had with his fans. And then I think it was the Gray, somebody that comes up on my feed a lot. You know, a lot of the stuff that she reposts resonates with me. But she reposted Castle of Glass, and I ended up pulling cards to it. And I thought that it was just such a good analogy for this, you know, awakening process. But then that was, you know, day 3, I think. But then today I dropped my prism and it broke. And I was like, okay, well that's pretty crazy. Maybe I just don't need the prism anymore. But it's just a crack. It's still usable, but you know, what's the bigger purpose? What is this crack, really? So then I continued using it, and then I dropped it, and it landed just so perfectly on the bottom, like on the tip of my table, but on the bottom shelf. There's 3 layers, right? And it hit so perfectly that without a sound, it didn't make a noise. That one drop, that one point, just shattered the entire shelf into a million tiny pieces like this. And you can see how it's almost like grid-like on the inside. Like, it comes apart so easily in these little patterns. But that's what it is. That's its job. It's one point of pressure that causes the entire plane to shatter into a million individual pieces that are part of the same whole. I just thought it was an appropriate analogy. And I guess this much restraint was enough to prove to me that I don't need this prism anymore. It has served its greater purpose in showing me this analogy. But I do have a lot of glass to clean up now. Honestly though, it was an unused shelf. I didn't need it. Clearing out the rot. It's got me wondering how I can utilize that space now. Maybe I can put my weights down there, underneath the table. That might be neat. I don't know, I'll think of something. But, yeah. Lots of glass here. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to like draw cards though. What's the representation here, Spirit? A tower, 9 of Swords, High Priestess, and the King of Cups. Shattered illusions, perhaps? Oh, the twin might be like crapping his pants because he doesn't know what to do. 6 of Pentacles. Is that accurate, Spirit? Strength. Feels accurate. If you don't know what to do, that's okay. Don't do anything. 2 of Cups and the 6 of Wands, though. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I mean, I'm good either way. Are you? Are you good? If you're not good, what do you need to do to get good? 8 of Cups. What do you got to let go of? What do you got to walk away from? What do you need to sacrifice to your ancestors in order to give you peace? What's your next step? Page of Pentacles, because small offers aren't going to work this time. Knight of Cups. Last time you reached out, your version of reaching out and giving true effort was trying to show me the other side of yourself that you thought I couldn't see, but I always saw it. I always saw you. So, if you come back in, it's got to be high volume authenticity, not a carrot. The Magician. Come right. 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 6 of Swords. Move on from any remaining conflicted feelings, because if you're not sure, I don't want it. That's how it works. It's how we work now. Baseline. If you're not sure, we don't want it. 6 of Cups. That's what Spirit says to do. They're not usually wrong. 2 of Wands. Options. Choosing. Healing. Not fighting it. And choosing to face those hard lessons, even though they're terrifying. King of Wands needs to close that wound, that family wound. Something you feel like you can't change, feel like it's too late to change. A foundational principle, perhaps. It's not too late to change rooted behaviors. Those just require a different effort, a different strategy. When compromise is not an option, distance remains your only option. Estrangement. Okay, my mother's a narcissist, and that's how I dealt with that scenario. The Hanged Man. I put a stop to it by not keeping myself around her. If we interact, it's in short, pleasant bursts, and then it's done. The Hierophant, and that maintains order in the relationship. But that's all we can do. I don't think it's ever going to be more than that. Knight of Wands. Because some part of her is unwilling to look at herself and grow and change. And a lack of willingness means you're beating your head against a wall. If they don't want to grow, they will not. Queen of Cups. If all they want is attention and external validation, 10 of Wands, then it's a burden, and it will hold you back. Page of Cups, but you got to follow your intuition, because family is family, and you cannot just abandon them because it's hard. Queen of Pentacles, unconditional love. All of the lessons that I learned from this situation were to help me heal my mother wound. 7 of Pentacles, because all of the things that my twin flame demonstrated were aspects of narcissism that were displayed in my mother. That's wild. And I was able to unconditionally love him, even though the actions were the same. I still had to distance myself. I still had to set those boundaries, but I loved him anyway. And I chose to abandon the relationship with her. Maybe that's the real root here. Why the narcissism cycles kept repeating. That's really crazy. Layers on layers. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember not to give up on people just because you can't have them around. Queen of Swords. Loving boundaries. Loving.